Please stop neglecting yourself and give yourself some TLC. I have felt pretty stuck in my personal and professional life for a while now. I have been having a ton of fun making videos though, so I will continue to be doing that for you guys. When I feel down, lost, or alone, no one externally can pull me out of this glum state. I have friends and family who support and love me sincerely, but they can't wave a magic wand and magically fix my emotions. You are the person who is most qualified to manifest your happiness. You've had the luxury of getting to know yourself for your entire life. You know better than anyone else does the self-care that you need in order to take care of yourself after a really long day. Self-care is immensely important, especially if you're a young woman. Here are my top tips for cultivating a culture of self-care in your daily life. Okay, so my first and probably most important tip is to stop trying to save everyone. It is a beautiful thing that women are these caring, nurturing beings, but I've noticed in myself and the people I care about that we have a tendency to overgive in the process of trying to take care of the people we love. Unfortunately, I often feel and see this overgiving is at the detriment to our own health and happiness. It's a beautiful thing to be able to take care of the people you love, and it brings me immense joy. So if you're naturally this caring, compassionate person, don't harden yourself. Just learn how to take care of yourself before you help anyone else. You can run yourself absolutely ragged trying to solve everyone's problems for them and try to meet everyone else's needs. It's an impossible task to be everything for someone else, and you cannot fully give to others if you're depleted yourself. If you want to be the best friend, wife, and mother you possibly can be, you have to first fill up your own cup. You have to put on your own oxygen mask before you can help other people. If you're giving from a place of abundance, everyone will be happier for it. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emily, and for my day job, I work as a civil engineer. After hours, I like to bring you my favorite personal development advice to help you grow into the woman of your dreams. You are not a less hairy man, please stop trying to be one. Our work culture and our society is primarily based upon the patriarchy. I think it's a pretty good thing, but that means that our work schedules are more geared towards men. And if you haven't noticed, men and women are very different. We have very different hormonal profiles, and our productivity and energy levels ebb and flow throughout the course of the month. Men, on the other hand, have a very similar hormonal profile every single day. So the routine of waking up, hitting the gym in the morning, going to your 9 to 5 every day, and then relaxing in the evening fits perfectly for the masculine hormonal profile. However, running that same kind of routine day in and day out as a woman can be extremely stressful to your system and your hormones. So I definitely feel that you need to work with the natural rhythms of your body to get the most out of life. This is not a disadvantage, it is actually a huge tool that you can learn to utilize in order to get the most out of life. If you want a whole video on cycle syncing, I can definitely make that for you guys, but I guess in this video, I just want to cover some main tips for you. The concept of cycle syncing is you using your body's natural rhythm to get the most out of your day and your month. I know there are times in my cycle when I naturally have a lot of energy, I'm very social, and I can be very productive, and I try to do the hardest, most intense work I have during that time. Conversely, there are also times where I can't motivate myself to do anything. All my body needs to do is rest. It is really important to me to honor those times so that my body can recharge to be super productive later on. I want you to kind of let go of the narrative that resting is wasting time. It is not a waste to recharge. If you take the time to rest and recharge, you will be happy, healthier, and more productive later. Pretty privilege exists, and it is here to stay. Whether or not you like it, a huge part of your perceived value as a woman is based on how you look. Depending on your point of view, that could be either a really good or a really bad thing. But I don't think that this is changing anytime soon. I think it's just a basic fact of human biology that men are judged primarily on their ability to provide and protect, and women are primarily judged on metrics that signal their own personal fertility, so their looks and their health. You can either fight this game, or you can accept that it exists and you can use it to your advantage. Maybe in the future we'll talk more about pretty privilege, but I don't believe it is self-care to neglect yourself. I think it is self-care to make sure that you give yourself all of the opportunities that you can. And yes, you will be a healthier person if you go to the gym, you eat well, and you maintain your relationships. But you will also be more beautiful. Yes, I go to the gym because I want to be healthy, but I also go to the gym because I want to be hot. And I'm a little tired of people saying, oh, I just work out because it makes me feel better. It does, like those endorphins make me feel better, but I also know that the hotter I look, the better my life goes. So I generally optimize a lot of my life to make sure that the pretty package is maintained, happy, cute, and wrapped up in glitter. You statistically are going to live for a very, very long time. It feels like, especially as women, that you have to have everything in your life figured out by your 30s. I feel that really intensely sometimes, especially in my dating life, but also in my career. Some of the jargon online is that you have to be a millionaire, you have to have had 3 babies, you have to marry the man of your dreams, you have to be your most aesthetic, pretty self. All in the first 3 decades of your life. And I just don't think that's true. I emotionally feel like that's true sometimes because, you know, I've been fed the narrative as much as you have that everything needs to happen before your 30s. But whenever I logically think about it, I remind myself, oh yeah, my aunt had my baby cousin when she was 42. I will probably be fine. Or if I ever look up statistics on how old millionaires are, they're basically all in their 50s, by the way. But the average millionaire is not 30. The average person with a successful business is not right out of high school. People who have more life experience have more to give to the world, so the likelihood that you're going to have the biggest accomplishments of your life when you have the least wisdom is very slim. As your life unfolds, grows, moves on, you're going to accumulate wisdom, knowledge, and experience, and all of that will make things more likely to go in your favor in terms of your success and accomplishment. But you can't neglect yourself in this process. Just because you know that you're not gonna meet all your goals by 30, you can't just give up on them. If you want them to happen, if you still have the goal of having your dream family, of having a successful business, of being an active member in your community, you have to start doing them now if you want to have that future. I think self-care is not just like a superficial thing, it's doing the best for yourself now to give yourself the best future you can possibly have. No one knows what's going in your head besides you. People can see you toiling away, being a slave girl, extending yourself for everyone else, and they will just assume that you like doing that. Someone who's extremely emotional intelligent may be able to see like a shift in your energy when it becomes too much for you, but the majority of people are not going to interject to try to take something off your plate unless you directly ask them to. So you have to be very aware of your own internal capacity so you don't burn yourself out, because you can't expect someone to save you from something they think you enjoy. It's completely irrational. And I do sometimes think it's, you know, a little fantasy that runs in our head that we want people to know what we want without having asked for it. But you're just setting yourself up for failure if you're expecting that out of your relationships. Understanding what you need, really getting into your body and saying, okay, what do I need right now to be happy? What do I need right now to feel fulfilled? What do I need right now to feel relaxed and at peace? Is, I think, the most powerful thing you can do for a woman. People who love and care about you want you to feel loved and supported. And they don't know how to do that unless you articulate them. A lot of women will find themselves at the complaint counter. Whenever I see women who are like unhappy and dissatisfied, you see them start to complain. And complaining is the least effective strategy to get what you want. It is kind of instinctual and it does not help anyone actually serve you. For example, I had a friend on a trip not too long ago who frankly is the most negative person I've never met. But she spent the majority of the trip complaining about things she didn't like. I don't know her well enough to know what she actually likes and wants. I can give her suggestions that I think might be helpful from my point of view, but that may not be exactly what she needs. Unless she has the internal self-knowledge to directly communicate to me what she needs to make her happy and feel at ease, I can't make that desire a reality. This is probably the most important component of self-care in the entire video, that you need to know what you need and want in order to get your desires met. So next time you feel yourself ready to complain, ask yourself, what is the desire that lives under this complaint? Because all complaints are just lazy desires. If I start ranting about the fact that oh, I'm so tired, I'm exhausted. You're presenting a problem to the world and you're expressing a complaint, but underneath that is a really big desire for some more rest. If I chose to instead communicate that feeling in a way that was like, oh, it made me feel so taken care of if I just got to go take a nap for 5 minutes. I know that I really need to relax right now. You will be happier woman for taking care of your own needs, and your friends will know how to better support you if you can communicate your desires in a way that is non-combative and is really focused on just taking care of yourself. Please stop the complaining game. It doesn't help anyone, and make sure you communicate your desires in a way to other people that is kind and helps them to care for you as well. One of my favorite ways to do this is to focus on the feeling that I want to have when someone completes my desire. So if I'm feeling like stressed about parking and I don't want to drive myself to a certain event, I'll talk to my friends and I'll say, it would make me feel so taken care of if you'd be able to drive us to the event. I'm so excited to play carpool karaoke with you. As opposed to, oh, I really don't want to go drive to this event and struggle to find parking. That change in tone is a lot more playful, it's a lot more magnetic, and it will help you get farther in life than just negatively talking about everything. Alright everyone, that is all I have for you today. I hope you found this video helpful. It was a little more relaxed than some of my other videos, so I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any suggestions on future videos you'd like me to make, write them down in the comments box below. So have a great day guys, and remember that happy women are selfish.